where we left off on last Friday. We were going off of using these terms here: pa, pine, likel, yao, kni, kun. That, you know, given that what Isúu is going off of right now, that'd be more what he's doing. They're heading up, you know, just meandering around, you know, wherever their ending point be. That's where they would. The ending point would be where they use kun, you know, wherever that may be. They're using that, you know, they're stopping here, just taking it in, taking in the trip. But yao would actually be how I travel. I'm a straight point A to point B type person. I'll meander on my way back. I want to get to my destination. That way, when I get there, I can do whatever I can, however long I can. Then I'll use kun to take my time back. I'm in no rush to get home. That's just me, though. I think even John, in that word there, haywáanaykt, I think there's a K in there, KT, haywáanaykt.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the name even for the break room over here. Haywáanaykt. I think that's how it's labeled, the break room. But wawáx, I think even just shorten it down to that would be just, you know, belonging to this, you know, being belonging to the spring. Wawáx.
There is also the verb form wawáx for when, you know, you're talking about it being spring.
Yeah,
that's why I've got this little contrast.
Yeah, like wawáx.
Would you use this as one way to refer to spring itself?
I don't know. I've just always heard wawáx.
Yeah, that's the other way I've heard too. I mentioned that one because that's the form that Fred had used last time. Not sure if there's a difference in meaning between the two.
Yeah.
At least this one is coming from this verb.
Yeah. So I say Isúu iwa pátu pine.
Just translating this one.
Pátu would be the proper. That's they're by Mount Adams. Iwa trout lake pa?
Mount Hood pa.
Oh, Mount Hood pa.
Yeah.
So Wayíistpayn.
Hey, Wayíistpayn. Wayíistpayn, ito siya. Chiku.
Wayíist. Wayíistpayn.
But is there a word for just kind of just looking around?
What is that? I gotta can't even contact my middle school students. Because yeah, there was a word and I can't remember what it was. I asked Dad about it, what it was to be, you know, like hanging out and just checking things out. I can't remember what that word is. There's a word. There is a word for it. Can't remember.
Because my two guesses was Lakimusha or Kinukusha.
I wonder if wheat would be another one. The we distributive prefix.
Yeah, we
Looking
can
at
say
this and that and
wiya
that.
kenu.
Oh, that's a different as well.
Yeah. Wiya kenu. Wakenu.
Ish?
Kenu kenu.
What was this one you said? What? Inu?
Yeah, wakenu.
Okay.
Wikenu. I forgot all about that word too.
Tunes.
Silu. That's yeah. See, it's makes it smaller from ki, kilu. You say kilu, make it smaller, make from kinu. You make this one even smaller. Tsilu. This one's to glance. These are making like this short, quick. So I don't know. Kind of like what a lot of guys do when they're shopping around, just kind of look around, and when they catch something, then they'll focus. But other than that, they just meander around, kind of turning their heads around. I don't know. I see that a lot. I do that a lot too. Flea markets, even at the mall, I'm sitting there just kind of glancing around. What catches my eye, and point out my points, my stopping points. Okay, all right. I'll walk. No. Okay, right here. That would be tsilu. Like even a buffet is that way too. Point out which one you want. Maybe tsilu. Even kilu. Same thing. Look around. Looking around. I think it depends. I think the change in the sound, the N to the L, kind of makes the look to more smaller and smaller, and like from wanna to walla, or wanna, walla, that type of thing. Like yanash all the way down to yellas. Those types of things. So same with tsilu I think I don't think go any smaller than that. Than tsilu. Because even tsilu itself would be really small. Oh, it's tsilusha. And I've only heard this time only when you're referring to something small. Like even babies, they're kind of see them look around. You kind of describe that. Tsilu. Oh, it's tsilusha. Yeah.
So it looks like the reduplication is to make it so that you're making multiple looks.
Yeah.
And then the consonant changes or what's making it smaller looks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Kinu sound, kind of glancing around, looking around, checking things out. Yeah, when Isúu said he was at pátu, that's all because I just automatically think on atoms and not thinking get that that's actually that'd be a pretty universal name too for all the big mountains. I just gotten the kick of actually sharing the names of what names I do remember of the mountains, what they are. That way, be kind of
Yeah, around here, all of the Patuma, Wanichi, you know, they all have different names, but we don't have one for Mount Hood because I didn't know. Yeah, I've heard of Wayíist, but I didn't know if it was Kikst or Ichishkin. If you have any other history on that, you know, we're all ears too. So,
I really don't know the origin of it, but I've just known that name for Mount Hood was Wayíist, and yeah, Jefferson is Sikwa, Mount Jefferson, Sikwa, Patma, Pátu, Luwít, Huma. I'm still trying to remember the names of the three sisters. I know they're Patma, but I remember them being told there was each one of those points had a name.
yeah, the one that we call them right now is Tamaima. And then there's China, Umtanat, Klaklani, Klaklani, Tuchi. There's not bachelors. Grasshoppers, place of the grasshoppers.
Oh, really? Okay, I was just asked yesterday. I think someone was in that area asking about the name of Mount Bachelor. So I don't know. The name. Tuch or Tich?
Yeah,
Place of the grasshoppers, huh? Okay. Mount Bachelor.
Yeah. And then Broken Top was Broken Top. But I never heard a word for Mount Washington, that one that has a real straight point.
Yeah.
But where China is, that's Green Ridge, I guess, up by Siksiki. You could still see the man when he laid down to rest. You see his face, then even his chest, and then his whole legs, all the way to where his feet. And his feet come up. When you're at a high point, you could just see the whole body laying on the land. For the husband, and then Umtanat, his wife, is Black Butte.
Oh. Okay. China Umtanat, huh? Okay.
Yeah, Umtanat used to have all of the sacred foods on Umtanat for years because of that story. You know, that they were traveling together and she was carrying all the roots and berries, and then China had the deer. He was so exhausted, so he laid down and kind of just rested there for a little bit. And then when the Bridge of the Gods fell, then they just stayed there. And so all of what Umtanat was carrying on her back and the Shaptakai, then because she was Shapi, and all of those roots and berries started growing right there.
That's a cool story. Never heard that one. Good to hear that one. Yeah, it's just good to know all those things. Is that's some students, they travel to especially Wayíist to go. Someone would like to snowboard. Yeah, so it's just so that have an understanding of where they're going, where they're at. That way, just kind of get them used to knowing the names of those mountains. That way, people they go to them. They go to Mount Rainier, they go to St. Helens, they go to Mount Adams, Mount Hood. They go to these places, and that's good. When it's good to know that they're all called pátu, but that's good. I want them to know that they all have names too. That they're, because a lot of them may think, oh, you're up there by Mount Adams. I want to hear the name pátu a lot. Up there by Mount Adams? No. Well, where are you at? You said you're at Pátu. I said no. I'm at a mountain. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've also heard that even up by Mount St. Helens and Rainier, that there was a lot of Ichishkeen speakers in that area, even, a long time ago, treaty days too, and their trails and everything through there, but I've never heard of the names for Adams and Rainier and St. Helens.
Yeah, Mount Adams actually has the name Pátu itself. Pátu. Luwít is St. Helens. Luwít.
Luwít?
Luwít.
Luwít? Oh, Luwít. Luwít.
Yeah, Luwít. And Rainier has the name Tchuma. Tchuma. You can say Tchuma or Tchuma. Even a barred I would be fitting there too. Tchuma. At Rainier, that's where the name for Tacoma comes from. It's actually named after that mountain.
Did we want to go over the little differences of wiyáq, wit, waʼ. Yes, a couple ideas.
Yeah, the wiyáq would be like just going along, looking at things, checking things, looking around, looking along the way. That's how he had it typed out, going along the way, looking. And waʼ. Oh, got the whole thing of wa. What is wa again?
Here, I think we would use that one as like your focus is on something, but then you just kind of look over and you see something. It's like you weren't focusing on what you're looking at; you're just kind of doing something else. Kind of this. That's how we use that.
Yeah. What can you? Or even be like talking about what you're looking at. What can you? Looking at, looking for. Because you're focused on that and you're doing something else. It'd be like it's like even going out for food, roots a lot. You just, what in the shash knitki. I'm talking about the roots. Yeah, I'm talking about the roots as I'm looking for them. And the weak, I can't. I don't know how to explain that one.
If it follows other patterns, it would probably be something like to look at multiple things, to look at this and at that and at this and at that. Like a wimisha or wikusha is to do things. rather than
Yeah,
just
so
to be
yeah,
doing something.
we can know. Yeah, how many of you guys remember that that Looney Tunes cartoon about the dog? He's trying to look for an owner. He's 50% everything.
Yeah.
You guys know that about that Looney Tunes cartoon? This dog's looking for a master, and he goes through this whole list of 50% boxer, 50% Irish setter, going through this whole thing. He goes on 50% pointer. And he's on here it is, here it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. And then you're thinking of that stupid dog.
I was curious too about if there was a Lakinusha. You know, I'm just curious about it because that'd be. I mean, my thoughts about it would be maybe it's if it does exist, it's like maybe flipping through a magazine. You're not like looking around. You're kind of just casually looking through something, or I don't know if it exists. I was just wondering if it exists.
Yeah, that's actually just that'd be luck inu. You just there's no purpose really. It's just it's just browsing. How I'd define it. Luck inu. You browse. Okay, here. So wiyáq, wakinu, wikinu, luckinu. It's like you sitting there tunash lukilusha. I'm just browsing around, looking at whatever.
I've heard and a couple elders when they talk about like a TV, it was Shepherd Kitawas. What is Shepherd Kitawas now? Just watching TV, and I'm wondering if it's that little piece key.
Yeah.
Piece. If it's just that little key, Shepherd Kitawas.
Yeah, the kit. Yeah. That'd be down in the area. I think that's here too. Not sure. Kit. Yeah. Maybe the TV. Because words I've heard here for that would be shapakinut. Would be another one for it. Maybe both the same thing. Shapakitas, both TVs. I think that is another short or look kit.
The weird thing about that one though is you've got this T at the beginning. of the root, it looks like.
Oh, they have the small t.
Yeah, well, no, just it looks like it's coming from another word that might also be related. T.
Is it with a K or a Q?
Okay. Yeah.
Got it. So what I was saying there, that this part here, the T, and it's just, this is just my opinion. Again, that that the T doesn't really get used a lot unless we're really wording it with vocals, song wise, or you're referring to the third person, about someone else, like itkisha would be that. That's where the T would come out. Itkisha. It's almost like on the point of like kota. It's really hear the T in there. That only time we hear the T sound for that, for eating or food, is actually in song wise, actually a lot of in the food songs. But if we're talking like casually, if we're talking like even like myself, if we're saying I'm eating kwata shash, the T is barely there. But if we want to talk about he's eating or they're eating, it'd be it's kwata sha, kwata sha. T does make that sound.
One other small thought was sometimes the T separates two vowels.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't see shapak'awas. It's there to separate the two vowels, shapak'awas.
Yeah.
Right. So I wonder sometimes if it is used to separate the prefix from a root also sometimes.
We talked about this a bit before. What it is when you've got consonants of these types at the beginning of a word, it's going to be really hard to produce one of these audibly unless you really exaggerate it or you're really careful, like you might be in song. The thing about contexts like these is it's no longer at the beginning of a word. That T is now part of a different syllable, such that phonetically it is going to be a lot easier to hear if it's there. So it is part of the root, and it's just, when it's in a context like this, it's really imperceptible. But when you add other stuff before it, you can hear the phonetic cues to that sound a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because the T and the K sound, for both of them, what you're doing is you're literally stopping the flow of air through your mouth and then causing the air to flow again all suddenly. And when you have two sounds like that so close together, you're not going to be able to tell them apart that easily. Unless you do something like put a vowel between them or put a vowel before the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shapakitawas. But the tawas, that's where kit. Awas, shapakitawas, that's for something you watch. Shapakinut, actually the kinut, shapakinut, actually, I think that refers to a movie or a show.
Which makes sense since you don't have the tawas suffix on it.
Yeah.
Did you say shapakinotawas?
Yeah, you can say shapakinutas. There was another word that was actually Dad shared with it about another word they used to use for TV. Yes. Ayash with us. Ayash with us. Makes you look stupid. The stupid another word for it. Yeah, idiot box. Stupid box. I think it's all because how we used to looking at TV, looking all zombied out. Yeah. To be an ayashwi. To be stupid, to be an idiot. Because there's a difference of being stupid and just plain R. Ayash namwa. You say ayashwi shanam. First one, you just are stupid. This one, you're acting, you are being stupid, or you're acting stupid. So, yeah. So that was another word that was shared about TV. Ayash with us. So since you came over here real quick, just to get your verification, I thought you went to lunch. John, can you scroll up to these words up here where we're going over? Yeah, these ones. Or are these correctly defined? We have wiyáq inuq.
Go along seeing.
Waʼ inuq.
To work in on you're exclaiming whatever. Hey, there's a deer. Yes, we're walking on. What's the next word? Let's see.
Weak inuq.
Weak, you're looking at. I was weak, looking at when you're shopping. You go to a one cook dosh and you know it's shaman come up but time is payam but Buklach number 20 ausha not
Vendors.
Cook them kind of kinosha equine a week kinosha a ton of week kinosha week kinosha.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, what you perusing or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, we got that.
Oh yeah.
And luck, and we have luck inuq.
To in something like.
Wouldn't it be like browsing them, right?
Yeah, kind of
they got no purpose. You just.
Yeah, it's kind of like a paper. It's sitting there. It kind of implies sitting and looking at something.
Oh, sitting and looking at something.
Yeah.
I thought I was thinking about more of browsing, where you walk into a store and you just got no purpose. You just.
That would be weak,
Oh,
more like weekend was kind of taken
Well,
all day.
Oh.
Huh?
I wonder if that's falling out from this prefix, the la. It's just to do something like casually or leisurely while you relax.
Like Aisha, kind of kicking
Mish?
back.
Oh, okay.
Look in the show would be like your you got a book, you just kind of skimming through it, kind of whatever.
Okay.
Kind of browsing, or even a newspaper, you look at it and it's kind of whatever. Just look at it, just be looking at it.
Okay. Well,
So it's kind of
like cruising the want ads.
yeah, kind of like that. But you're kind of leisurely, kind of sit down, even like you're reading a book. Even like you're reading a book for enjoyment, just kind of.
You're looking at everyone's Facebook posts.
Yeah, I guess that could be. You're sitting back doing that and
Watching TikToks and Snapchats.
yeah, that would be a good one. Yeah, I never thought of that, but yeah. Iluc shit.
Damien, iluc Looney Tunesna.
Looney Tunesna
YouTubepa.
Wayíist. But iluc Looney Tunes. Wayíist. That come through very well. For Wayíist, Looney Tunes.
One more time, I think I misordered something.
You can say look Looney Tunes. Wayíist. No.
I'm just casually watching Looney Tunes stories.
Yeah, for the legends. Not so much at the Manach, but for the important legends. Spilia, especially. Ataw spiliae luck in the Looney Tunes. Hey, kushke. So that's more like, kind of sitting back, taking it all in, or luck in the strach mama and kumapa satellite is a park, but watching the people go strolling by in the park. Yeah, so that's luck, rather than opposing, rather than really watching something. Luck in Russia and Thomas and Custosian. To really be intently watching something would be totally, let me see how that would be. That would be a waqilu, kind of like a waqilu, kind of on.
Two A's.
Yeah. What are you staring at, or whatever you
Waqilu, not waqinu.
It can be either one.
Okay. Just for now, I'm going to put that. Who's this?
Achesh. Yeah.
We're pretty close, and I was pretty close
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
Getting the hang of it. I'm getting there. I'm still trying to get the grasp of using these other prefixes. Wiya. I'm pretty comfortable with wiya right now, and get most of that.
Nick Mashkinon, Kushki, Kokinas.
Mish?
What about just curious, you know, sometimes you just casually just go for a cruise. Could you lush up away? I know there's a washin.
You could say that illa willa kika. Illa willa kika. Just kind of moseying along. But then you could say illa wiya winasha. Just kind of sauntering along, whatever. Or you can even say that illa wiya. Let me see. Illa wiya wina tuksha.
Mish?
Yeah. Illa wiya illa wina tuksha. And lackadaisically going along, looking at this and that. Flea market status. Perusing, yeah. He's lackadaisically going along perusing, looking at things. You're kind of interested, but you're not interested. You don't want them to think that you're really into buying their stuff. Anam ku winas yard sale pag kushkin ama ku kuya kuliya ku pa wikusha. Wila wiya winatu siya. And kind of, you know. Yard sale pa. Ila wiya winatu.
Kwatla, Chikwatla. I want to Stakwata Nakisha, Kuaku, Watash, Winakika, once Portland gun.
Oh, Adashin, but Portland Saturday market, Kushki, we Ila wiya winatu kika.
Nick Matas Kinon, Ashnawaisha Matas Chow, Ashwata Kuski, Ichan, Skullet Pamapa, our mice, Anchaki Kinot Matas.
Oh, cook them, Anchaki, wina Kitadashin, yo. Nina pa. Ila wiya winatu siya. Okay, that one. Ila wiya winatu dakhna to spine. Nina pa.
Akwai.
Akwai cool. Saad simka.
Out.
Komisch. You have Wayíistpayn.
Wayíistpayn.
You have
Good.
Ciao.
Oh,
Haywáanaykt.
haywáanaykt.
Haywáanaykt siya. You have our pin. Ayat.
Wayíist.
Pin ayat. Cook. Besides Pama.
Oh. It's mamawisha.
Adopted.
Oh, wiya kwame.
Adopted who peanut. Anaykt. Oh, anaykt cook.
Oh, it's mama.
Any questions? You smucked.
Joe.
Milkshake.
But, all right, yeah, it's lunchtime. No, wouldn't be on here too long. I know John was busy all morning.
Yeah.
And, thank you all for being here. I didn't get a chance to thank everybody else, but thank you there, Hamish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So baka pipa ancha.
Goodness.
Putum kunak shipa baka pipa.
Yeah.
So yeah, kino tamatash kna.
Hasta luego, amatash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to put some one up in there. Hasta luego, amatash.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.